Hey guys, welcome to General Query. This is Fonz. I go by he, him, and his.
Hey guys, and this is Zuki, and I go by she, her, and hers. Welcome to another episode of General Query. How the hell are ya? How are things?
We are dealing.
We're dealing and we're doing. We are recording this on Saturday, the 15th of June. No, Sunday, the 15th of June. And
Yes,
is the day after the No Kings protests, which were massively successful. So hats off to everyone that was able to participate
nationwide. Yeah,
nationwide. Over 2,000 protests. So
amazing. Yeah, there's
yeah,
some really creative ones out there. I really love scrolling and seeing all the signs people made. It looks fun. Yeah,
it was absolutely excellent. I loved it so much. I think it's one of those things where we uh, talked about this a little bit off mic, but I think it's important because we never see or realize just how much people support us or love us until we see it, right? And
yeah,
it's lovely and it's magical and I'm just it makes me so happy.
yeah.
Um,
And then here in Boston, Boston Pride weekend ended up falling the same
the
day,
same.
and it became like a two in one, which is great because this whole entire month we've been talking about that. And that's exactly what this year's Pride Parade for Boston was kind of like a protest meets celebration, and it was great.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I think it's really it's special. And I especially, again, as a certified petty bitch, I cannot tell you the amount of joy that it brought me to see Pyongyang, DC be completely desolate. There was no one there for the wannabe dictators parade. And it brings me so much joy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
also, let's talk about the budget. And I want you to mention what you told me earlier.
yes.
I can't. It sounds ridiculous that $45 million were thrown into this one parade for this one wannabe dictator,
Yes,
and it wasn't even worth it.
it wasn't worth it.
Taxpayer dollars, 45 million went into the shit.
Now, mind you, again, his whole administration are the people that are still trying to twist themselves into pretzels to support him, um, are like, it's about waste, fraud, and abuse, he's getting us our money back, whatever the fuck that means. Anyways, and so, but yeah, it costs $45 million. Apparently, Medicaid and lunch for children is an issue, but
Not worth
that's
it.
but I was telling Fonzie guys that because you know me by now, this is literally my foreplay. And so I went in there to look at the line items for the budget just to see where things were being apportioned. This is public information because this is money apportioned by Congress. So this is all public info. Anyways, so I went in there, y'all. They have like $10 million set aside specifically for the repair of the subsequent repair of the roads in the DC area because of the damage that is expected due to those tanks rolling through, because tanks are not meant, our city infrastructure is not meant to withstand fucking tanks rolling
Yeah,
by on a given Saturday. Um,
right.
and so they've set aside $10 million
10
just for
million.
that.
Yeah,
Um, and again,
mind
no one at
blowing.
that point said, hmm, maybe, maybe we shouldn't. It's kind of like that thing where you know how DoorDash and like all those delivery apps added Afterpay, right? And Klarna on there. It's the same thing. If you're ordering DoorDash and you're like, maybe I can Afterpay this, the answer is no.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe you shouldn't,
Yeah,
right? Maybe you shouldn't.
yeah,
Um, And it's the same fucking concept, except again, if you use Afterpay or Klarna, you're just an irresponsible piece of shit. But if you're, I don't know, the president of the United States, totally fine.
Yeah.
So
It's
um,
excusable, I guess. Whatever the
it's
fuck.
excusable, and
Anyway,
I just
let that sink in. 10 million of our tax-paying dollars went into the repair of the mess
the repair of the mess that they're
that
expecting.
they
Uh,
created. They created themselves.
they made it, which
Anyway,
again, the straight
moving
energy.
on to Pride Month.
Yeah, Red Month.
We're
Thank you.
still celebrating it.
Yes,
We're
yes.
still encouraging you guys to celebrate and to be louder than ever and to push through any, I guess, retaliation we might face, but always be cautious. So today's episode, once again, is dedicated to Pride Month, except we're shaking things off a little bit.
Up a little bit. Yeah, keeping it cute, keeping it classy.
Also, if you guys hear me sneeze or cough, I apologize.
Disgusting.
I know.
Oh my God.
It was coming. I feel like I look puffy.
You're not puffy.
I feel it.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Please, 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 if you see this in the comments, tell him he looks puffy. So he feels validated about feeling puffy. Oh, I guess it's Pride Month. I guess your excuse. I don't know. Whatever.
I get a pass to complain.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just feel like stuffiness all throughout this portion. It feels like I'm wearing like a sleep mask full of mucus. Very
Oh,
cute. Love it. I know.
I just pictured that. You
You're
know what you need to get either in the bath or in the shower and get one of those like eucalyptus like dissolvable things or eucalyptus oil
yeah,
and
and
just
then just sink it in.
inhale it.
I
Yeah.
know. Tell that to my brain. I'm not gonna do it probably. And we have it. We have everything. Because last year, 2 years ago, was it last year? I don't know. I think it was last year. I got sick and I needed to do that, or I wanted to do that. Tell me where the oil went. I have no fucking clue. Anyway,
Okay. Well, given that
on that note,
on that note, since we're sitting here lamenting, having options, but somehow not taking any action,
right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel
100%.
we felt it would be fun to have a cute little this or that episode for you guys
But
today.
make it a rainbow edition.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Make it.
Also, I promise this is not wine with ice. It's a very lame ass version of an Aperol spritz without Aperol.
We could never accuse you, dear, of this
Putting
thing.
ice in my wine, that's kind of gross.
Yeah, we
I'll
would
do it
never
every
do.
now and then if it's too warm, but I try to avoid that behavior.
You try. You try. And once again, he will go to your house and tell you you're putting wine in the wrong glasses. But anyways, um, yes. So we're gonna play a fun little game of this or that. Do you want to kick it off, Fonzie, or do you want me to?
Absolutely. So the first one is, would you rather come out to your conservative uncle or explain grinder to your grandma?
Oh, okay. I'll let you go first.
In my head, I was like, can I?
Yes. Go.
Yeah, I'd rather explain grinder to my grandma. First of all, I don't give a shit about my conservative uncle, so
Right. So
I'd
it's
rather.
like,
I also don't. This is gonna sound terrible, but I kind of
yeah.
don't give a shit about my grandma.
Perfect. Perfect.
I probably said that wrong. I mean, it's grandma.
It's
Anyway, it's
yeah.
not like mama. You know how like a lot of people grow up with their grandparents and then they're like
Yes.
their parents. That was
Yes.
not my situation, so I'd rather explain grinder to my grandma. It'll be easier.
It'll be funny. Yeah. I
Oh
think.
yeah, it'd be hilarious. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Okay, knowing this woman, she'd probably like laugh along and be like, "Oh my God, let me see it," and I'd be like, "No, you can't because hello, it's grinder."
It's kinder. You're not prepared to see that level of.
Right. I
Um,
mean, maybe she is. I mean, she
maybe
she
she
lived
is.
a life. I don't think
Maybe
she was only with one man, that's for sure.
good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it would be yeah. I think I would definitely choose explaining grinder to any older person. I
Oh
don't mind.
yeah.
at all,
Yeah.
right?
Then coming
I
out to your conservative uncle. Who the fuck cares about him? Anyway.
also, who cares? Why
Yeah.
would you? I'd be like, okay,
You
like
didn't see me shaking my ass? I think you know.
also I would be like, I don't need to explain Grinder to this guy because I'm sure he's perused. Let's be
Yeah,
very
for
real.
sure. Yeah.
So, yes, no, 100% explain Grinder to the elderly every single time. Every time.
Yeah.
Okay. So be roasted by Trixie on live TV or lip sync for your life in front of your coworkers.
Be roasted by Trixie. That's an honor.
I don't think I agree with you. It is an honor. I don't have it in me. Like I'm too emotionally fragile. Like
Shut up, really?
I think it would depend on where I'm at mentally,
Right.
whatever. I think if I'm well
But it's
enough,
fucking Trixie Mattel.
I know. I'd much rather ask her to roast someone else
And
rather,
laugh along.
yes,
Lame. So that means you would rather lip sync for your life in front of your coworkers.
yes, yes,
Interesting.
I would. 110%.
Yeah, I
100.
couldn't do that.
No?
No.
Ever? Really?
Yeah, I'd rather get roasted. I feel like I'd be laughing along with it, especially if it's Trixie.
Yeah. I feel also with you, honestly, and me to a large degree, I don't think anything that anybody would say to roast us would ever surprise us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Never
okay,
really
you can do
thought
better
about
than that. Go deeper, bitch.
it. Right. 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 Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Next
like
one.
I have
Oh
a
yeah.
mother wound, I'm
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Okay,
Well,
what's next?
I'll make a mental note of that and be like, maybe I can have one of your coworkers um lip
Bring
sync
that up.
with you.
Love it.
All right. Would you rather wear bisexual lighting to a job interview? I don't know what bisexual lighting is. Is that a thing?
Is it like bisexual colors, like the colors of the flag?
Maybe that's what they're referring to. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Or get misgendered by your dentist for 45 minutes.
Honestly, I don't think I'd mind getting misgendered by my dentist for 45 minutes, just because it would be
But see,
fun.
that's the thing. Like, you're a cisgendered woman, so like you'd be
Right.
fine.
So I'd be
But
fine.
people who are transitioning or whatever, that's a touchy subject.
That
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah. Yeah.
But since it is talking about us, I can understand why you'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Because then,
know. I don't know what bisexual lighting is, so I guess I'd go with being misgendered. I mean, I call people cis and girl all the time, so why not?
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's a habit I need to get out of, to be honest.
Why?
Because, I might run into the one person that absolutely hates it. I'm like, ugh, sorry. Um, every,
Sorry.
everyone is cis to
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
but, okay.
Sure, I guess
Uh,
I'll deal with 45 minutes of torture by my dentist, both physically and emotionally. Why not?
yeah, but also you would like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so hook up, um, to unpack emotional, oh no, your hookup unpacks emotional baggage with you, sorry, or your hookup asks, what are we, before the pants are even off. Which would you rather?
I feel like I've dealt with the unloading of emotional damage before
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
hookup, so like I'd go with that one because I've been through it, and I feel like once you're done with like the sexual part of the hookup, then you can just sit and chat and listen to them, before they go home.
Okay, so yeah, so to you, it's about when in the evening it
Yeah,
happens.
like if they're doing it while we are, first of all, when you hook up with someone, you don't go to dinner with them. But if they do it like once they walk into the door and then they start unloading their emotional baggage, I'm like, so this is going nowhere. So we're just gonna sit on the couch and we're gonna talk through your emotional baggage, and then you can go home because I'm already turned off.
So it's a timing issue.
Yeah, for sure. But I think I'd rather do that than the other one.
I think that from my vantage point as a straight, I think I would be much more willing to the what are we question, because I'm just generally weary of straight men unpacking emotional baggage with me, because most of the time I'm like,
You're like, that is
you
not a
deserve it. Hashtag I don't care. You know what I mean? Like it's very
right.
that.
Yeah,
Again, one straight man's emotional baggage I deal with, and it was kind of part of the contract, the business contract that we entered
right.
in. So
Yeah,
I can't really like complain there. But then for me, I'm like, yeah, so for me, like if some straight dude were to be like, what are we? I would be like, you are an apparatus right now. And so
what are we? You are fucking me. That's
that's
it.
it. That's it. That's it. You good? Is that fine? Because if it isn't, you know how you came in.
Correct. I
Go
love
ahead.
that. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't like the whole I like what are we part because like once again, common sense is not common sense, but like if we haven't been on dates and it's exclusively like physical, then why the fuck are you asking that question? You don't know me. What do you mean, what are we?
Yeah. No. So for me, it's what are we? And I get why in your case it would be emotional baggage. That's
Yeah,
fine. Yeah.
as long
Okay.
as it's after the thing, then it's all good.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
Would you rather date someone who calls RuPaul their life coach or be stuck in traffic with a straight guy explaining Joe Rogan?
I mean,
Easy one.
come on. I don't think we're gonna disagree.
Right. I think RuPaul should be your life coach.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Once again, we talked about it last episode, but did you see his beekeeping outfit? Fucking fierce. Okay.
Right. I
Amazing.
mean, let's just talk about how a drag queen. Let me fix myself before she comes for me. Not that she's ever going to see this, but the drag queen.
Hey, drag queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean,
Let's just talk about how the drag queen went from literally shows at bars to like literally the most famous drag queen in the world with
world,
franchises all over the world. So
all over the world.
think
Yeah.
if that's not your life coach and you're talking about Joe Rogan, you have to really evaluate your life.
Just again, ladies, you know how just really quickly, we talk all the time about like you should, be careful with who you date and da 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 da. People are like run their background check. There's people that are doing that, and I understand it. Like
I mean, better safe than sorry,
whatever.
that's for sure.
Yeah. Ask them for a picture of their recent Spotify feed. Just ask them, show me your recently played on your Spotify right now, immediately.
If
And
it's Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, maybe Mariah Carey, beware.
some podcasts, if obviously if they have general query, green flag. Also, if they have lovely podcasts like, I don't know, How It Was Made, that's an acceptable straight
Yeah.
podcast. Things
Anything having to do with science, doctors, knowledge, by all
and
means.
PR.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
If there's anything Joe Rogan, Andrew Tate, traditional, whatever the fucks, or anything like that,
Wrong person, yes.
wrong person.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
no,
don't care if you want to be a stay-at-home mom. Wrong person.
wrong person, sis.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Would you rather have uh, a therapist that accidentally joins your little gay group chat for whatever reason,
Okay.
or your situationship becomes your coworker? Go ahead.
Situationship becomes coworker.
No way. Are you
Mm-hmm.
serious?
Mm-hmm.
You fucking freak.
That means I get to have fun at work.
See? Yeah.
Come to my office.
And this is a PG podcast. This has never been a PG podcast. Not
Since
one.
when?
Yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think if I ended up with my therapist, like accidentally joining any group chat, I'd
that'd
probably
be
be,
scary.
yeah,
Yeah.
they would be like, yeah. Uh,
Where's the white jacket I sent
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
3 months ago?
Yeah, yeah. You've been lying in therapy, bitch. So
Right.
I,
Yeah. No
yeah,
thanks.
no, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Situationship every single time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Would you rather lose your voice at Pride or lose your outfit at Pride?
My voice. Easy.
You know what
Yeah.
my answer is.
It's gonna be outfit every time.
Yes, if it's not obvious yet, I would rather lose my outfit at Pride.
Absolutely.
Hmm. Any
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, any day. Okay. Okay. Would you rather date someone who thinks the L word is queer canon or date someone who's never heard of Lady Gaga?
Definitely date someone who's never heard of Lady Gaga. Because I can introduce them to Lady Gaga. That's not an issue.
God, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. The other one is a personality trait I'm not interested in.
It's a personality trait I find particularly boring. So
Yeah.
I'm disengaging from that with
Hmm.
this.
Hmm.
Okay, no,
Exactly.
perfect.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right.
Okay.
Would you rather only wear flannel forever or only wear mesh forever? This is so funny. I do love winter. But I could never wear flannel during summer, so I'm gonna wear mesh forever.
Am I about to out myself as a lesbian? I think it's flannel for me. It's flannel. I'm wearing like a fucking denim button down today, which I think says a lot about my personality as I
That is
sit
so
here and
funny.
shit talk
Yeah.
this. Um,
I don't know
yeah,
that many lesbians, but I have to ask if that's a real thing. Like I know it's a thing because it's out there, right? But like,
yeah.
is it like a real thing that all of them wear flannels? Like,
I think it depends on the persuasion of the lesbian, probably, right?
what do you mean?
Like their taste, their fashion taste.
Okay,
Uh,
but like I've seen lipstick lesbians with flannels too.
yeah, yeah.
Like
I
not just butch lesbians, you know?
no, 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 for sure. I don't know. I love a flannel.
Yeah.
So it's for me.
What are you trying to tell us right now, Suki?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, does that say something? Because that's the thing. No, with men, it's just I don't know. I feel like the body type required to wear mesh all the time for
You
me.
feel vulnerable.
I do, and I don't want nipple chafing. You know what I mean? Like it's like a lot. It's like a whole thing.
Oh,
You know what
I
I mean?
don't mind
Like
a good tickle, you know?
again, once again, do you guys see? This is the shit I'm talking about. Half the time, I don't even know what to say because yeah, if it hurts, if it's perverse, if it's, a little dirty,
Yeah,
right? Which
right.
again, we don't kink shame here.
You know,
All is welcome.
yeah.
Yeah, no, flannel it is. Okay, so would you rather have your coming out story become a Lifetime movie?
Okay.
Your coming out story is told on stage by your ex, and you can't pick which ex, just an ex.
Um, let's go with the movie, even though it's going to be a pretty boring movie, but I'll go with the movie.
Yeah. No, I would pick the movie
It
just
said Lifetime or Hallmark.
no Lifetime.
Either way, totally.
Yeah, no, for me, yeah,
Mine
like
would be more of a Hallmark moment, but Lifetime's fine.
yeah, obviously like I don't have a coming out story, but for me it would be like would I rather my ex tell like a story about me and my life or would I rather, become a Lifetime movie? Yeah, Lifetime
Right.
movie.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah, I made sure none of those motherfuckers had anything good to say about me once it was over. So it's really not in my best interest whatsoever.
That's
So
funny. I
yeah,
love that. Uh,
Yeah.
for me, it's just I honestly don't think any of my exes would know enough of my coming out story to be able to say anything about it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather it be a movie and I can tell the story myself with my Delulu self. Anyways, the next one. Would you rather get trapped in a theater, a gay theater? Holy shit. Okay. Would you rather get trapped in a theater gay brunch group chat?
Okay. Oh
Or,
shit.
I know, I'm like, holy shit. Or join a queer book club where no one reads.
Go ahead.
I love that. We obviously know what the gay queer or the queer book club is doing. They're not reading. But on this one, maybe it's the theater gay brunch group chat. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds a little more entertaining, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's the thing. Theater, dude, I had a lot of theater gay friends in high school, and oh my God. First of all, there was never a shortage of slut fuckery going on. And every single one of them was a raging slut, and I love them so much for it. Number one. Number two, there was always something going on. There was always something to be talked about. Loved it.
Uh-huh.
They were highly competitive, which I couldn't
Oh
relate to
yeah.
because I'm a competitive person. But I loved watching it, so that was great. And also, just on principle, I could never be part of a book club where people didn't read the book. I'd be
Right. What is the point?
because I'd be the only fucking loser reading the
Reading the
book.
books, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, couldn't do it.
No.
Okay. Um, so would you rather be mistaken for a straight ally all the time or always have to explain polyamory at parties? I feel like both of those are kind of the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Which one was the first one?
Be mistaken for a straight ally all the time. So in your case, yeah, I would just be mistaken as straight all the time.
Not that it hmm. Like I don't scream straight, but like I feel like that happens often, you know?
Depends on the context, I feel.
Yeah, and then also the polyamory thing, like I feel like I've been there, done that too. They're both equally annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So
also
I don't
like
know, maybe
people
explain
exist.
polyamory. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I can tell you, like, as a straight ally here, I think I've been in many situations where somehow I've been asked to be the authority on what like polyamory is or like what it looks like or just like any version of ethical non-monogamy comes up with straight people, especially straight married couples, and they all get a little like weird about it and like whatever. And then normally, if you're like the known friend in the group that, you know, either has some knowledge of this or like understands it to a certain degree, they're like, oh, safe person to say something kind of thing, you know?
Right.
Fucking weird. Because again, it's not like what I know just came because I don't know, I was bestowed with it with like I don't know, I just took the time to like educate myself
Right.
right here. So like all of that helps, you know? But yeah, so it always feels like you're like, can't you guys fucking Google something for once? You know, very that.
Google, watch show. I don't fucking know. There's so much information out there now.
Expand your horizons.
Yeah.
Like
If
how
you're
is this
curious,
my
just Google it or chat GPT it. Who the fuck knows?
Molly it, as we like to say.
Molly it, yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely I would say be mistaken for what I am every time. I don't want to have to explain polyamory to Kathy at the freaking
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I do love seeing their faces, you know,
Yes.
of
Yes.
confusion because
Yes.
it's not normal.
Because it's not normal and it's not the yeah, it's not
Yeah.
expected, all that stuff.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather all your exes show up at the same bar or your mom finds your Finsta? What the fuck is a Finsta?
like your dirty Instagram, like your
Oh, I
like
wish I had a dirty Instagram. Um, I don't know. Honestly, I think all your exes show up at the same time at the bar. That'd be kind of fun for me.
I love that.
Yeah,
Honestly, same.
that'd
Same.
be so fun.
It would be hilarious. Honestly, it would be even better if I didn't have to interact with them or if they didn't know I was there. And
Mm.
I could kind of watch them.
See, that's where we differ. You want to be behind the scenes. I want to be in the middle of the chaos.
You do. You
Yeah.
do. No. I want to be behind the scenes, observing. Yeah.
But do they know of each other's existence?
Yes.
I don't think mine do.
Because I really, this is the thing. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the thing. So, hypothetical. Imagine they're at this bar and they all get there and they all know who each other is, right? And then you get to hear what they say about you without you there. And then you
That's
can
the
be
thing.
like,
Well, that's true, because if I were there, they wouldn't say it to my face.
no,
I guess you're right. That would be fun.
because all my
And then I
exes,
show up and I'm like, guess what, bitch? I heard all of
wrong, not true. It's not that big, and you're wrong.
it. Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then
Okay.
flip your hair and walk away.
Flip my hair and walk away and be like, you're aging fucking horribly. Um, I don't wish you well. Okay. So, would you rather have your drag name chosen by your mom
Okay.
or have your drag name be your childhood pet plus last trauma?
Just for practice, I want to do that last one. So my childhood pet, Rambo. But that's not anyway, Rambo and then trauma?
Yeah, your last trauma. Yeah.
Trauma flying? I mean Rambo flying.
Rambo flag?
Rambo? No, that's not a queen name. That's boring.
Yeah.
Maybe I could do Leica. Like I never really met Leica. That was like the first pet that they had before I was born.
Yeah.
So it could be like a flying. That's got a good sound to it.
Mine would be it would be disastrous because we don't start off with my childhood pet in true Mexican fashion. Her name was Firulais.
Right. And then
And then let's see, what's my last trauma? I'm trying to think of the last one. I'm trying to think of a title for it.
not a full sentence.
Not a full sentence. Yeah, yeah, like just like a thing.
Right, like one word.
Um, alienation. That's not normal. Firulais, alienation, alien
That
Firulais.
sounds cool, actually. Firulais
Yeah.
animation.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I think both of us know that if we gave our moms the job to give us a drag name, that number one, it would be in Spanish, which would be really funny.
Yeah.
And number two, I think they'd be generally good at it.
Yeah, I was about to say, so that I would pick that obviously because I feel
Yeah, I
like
would pick
my
my
mom would give
mom
me
to
like
do
a
it.
Frida or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. No, my mom would go in. Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah, I'd probably do the first one too.
Yeah. Okay. I'd pick my mom. Okay.
All right. Would you rather date someone who speaks astrology or date someone who thinks it's a conspiracy?
Someone who thinks it's a conspiracy. Easy.
Someone who thinks astrology is a conspiracy?
I think I take that to mean like it's not real. Like to me, that's what it reads.
Because for me, a conspiracy theory.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Anyway, for me, a conspiracy theory is like, and people who follow conspiracy theories are like people who genuinely believe that
Yes. Yeah.
there's like some sort of group manipulating populations for a certain benefit or whatever.
Right.
So I don't think that I could deal with that kind of lunatic. So I'm just gonna go with someone who speaks astrology. I think I can probably.
Okay, no, yeah, you're right. I'm changing my thing. You're right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, this is
Oh, it's
false. No, they
bullshit. No,
go
no,
deep
no.
into this shit.
Yeah, no, no, you're right. I'd much rather date someone that speaks astrology all the
Yeah.
time.
I'd be like, just take your meds and shut the fuck up. So I'd
Actually,
rather do astrology. At least it'll entertain me. Once again,
yeah, actually,
entertain me.
rule of thumb for everyone. Take your
Yes,
meds.
for sure.
Love that. Okay. Date someone, this is kind of on the same thread. Date someone who still quotes Tumblr, or date someone who thinks queer culture started with Heartstopper.
Oh no.
Okay. Same, same.
First
You
of
know
all, if they
that
think it
it
started with
started?
Heartstopper, they're probably 16 years old. I no.
No, red flag,
Right,
bye.
they're too young. I don't need that.
Yes, agreed. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, so we'll
Um,
go with the first one.
yeah, absolutely. Same thing. Yeah, because to be honest, I still quote Tumblr. There's still like deep seed
This is
no.
so awkward. Just kidding.
It's so horrendous. Which again,
I I
yeah,
forgot Tumblr ever existed.
some of us could never let it go, friend,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So
I had
that's
mine that was called Al, as in Alfonso, après Fonts. So it was like me before becoming Fonts. Pathetic, I know. It's funny.
that's Tumblr, baby. That's why I will never let it go. Okay. My
Uh,
favorite.
all right. Would you rather
Yeah.
your roommate blast Halsey at full volume?
Okay.
I love that. Or your roommate calls you queen every day and you're not even femme. Fuck that. I want to be called queen every fucking day.
Every fucking day.
Yes,
Every day.
queen, girl queen, this
Even
queen.
even if I wasn't femme, I feel like if I
Right.
was a more masculine
Fuck
presenting
yeah. Call
queen,
me
I
queen
would be
any
like,
day.
fuck yeah, I'm a queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
What am I gonna be called?
I have
King?
nothing against Halsey. I actually love her music,
I
but
love
you know
Halsey
what?
too.
Someone calling me queen every day, I think I'll take that over.
Same.
Yeah.
Agreed. We're on the same page
Yeah.
there.
There's no downside to this one for sure.
Zero. Okay. Oh. Would you rather have a tattoo designed by your ex or get matching tattoos on the first date?
Ooh.
I know.
I think I'm gonna do get matching tattoos on the first date. One, because you don't know much about this person enough to hate them, and two, because you can create your own story about how you got there. So like maybe you were just wasted, and then you guys got matching tattoos, which is great.
Absolutely.
Versus your ex picking because they'll just be petty bitches and give you something shitty.
Absolutely. Exactly. It's about control. Like I
Yeah.
immediately thought control because like if you go with someone on your first date, you can choose something totally innocuous,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
little thing, and
Yeah.
it doesn't imagine. I don't even want to know what my
Penis
answer
across your forehead.
would be. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
Uh,
right, my last one. Would you rather flirt using TikTok sounds only? I just picture that. Or would you rather flirt using spoken word poetry? Ooh, that's sexy. I'm gonna do the poetry.
oh,
Yeah,
same,
yeah.
same.
Which is very telling. We're over 30 for sure. So
Yeah,
I feel
we're
like
just
the youth would probably say TikTok sounds. They
yes.
probably know more TikTok sounds than we do. But
Absolutely
still, I mean,
still.
yeah. I just
Yes,
picture like Shakespeare, talking.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I think same. Um anything by Emily Dickinson would suffice for me. But yesterday, me, Daniel, and my baby niece, we went to the Edgar Allan Poe Museum. So obviously, amazing, renowned poet. If you're a little weirdo girly, you love Edgar Allan Poe. Anyways, so we went, and there was this area in the museum which is lovely. It's like a little reading nook, and they allow you to write a little poem and you put it in a chest and you leave it there, very cute. And because once again, I'm married to a man, um, he was like, "Oh, I know a poem."
Oh
And
God,
in my head, I was like, "I
roses
know
are red.
he fucking doesn't, right?" And I need to point out the fact that my baby niece is 12 years old. Okay. So this is the audience that this type of fucking poem appeals to. Okay. He said the poem was Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. So he wasn't very fuzzy, was he? That was the fucking poem. And my 12-year-old niece loved it. She thought it was
Right.
the funniest fucking thing of all time. And I was like, that's literature for you.
Right.
But all that to say, I'd still choose a poem.
Yeah, for sure. Same.
I don't understand TikTok sounds that much. Like I get them, right?
Yeah,
Like
they're also like I don't know that I would just I don't know. That once again, maybe we don't know enough, but I don't think you could flirt with them.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh, this one's great. My last one is, would you rather have a meet cute in a gay bar bathroom line or fall in love during group therapy for commitment issues?
I love it. Um I don't know. I honestly like I feel like the people that go to commitment issues therapy would fall in love there, you know? It's like very on brand.
Very on
It's like
brand.
they fall in love immediately and then they're like, "Oh, sorry, I can't commit."
Yes.
Yeah. So I'd go with the first one.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. Um, I am so such a big proponent of the magic that happens inside bathrooms at like clubs and stuff.
Gay bars.
Gay bars, even the straight, at least in the girls' bathroom.
Okay.
It is, oh man, it's magical. The lines that divide us don't exist in there. Everyone is just there to support each other. Um, yeah, I've held many a stranger's hair. I've given many a tampon. I have, given many a just dump him, he fucking sucks advice to people I don't know. Um, Honestly, that's just like my base
Right.
level. You're having dump him, period. That's the advice. But so and also I've done group therapy before. My thing with group therapy, maybe it's just the ones that I've gone to, but the thing is like the way that group therapy has helped me is by realizing that I'm not as insane as I think I am because I got to
There's
see,
always one that's gonna one up
yeah,
you.
yeah, exactly. I got to see windows into somebody else's soul. And I feel like it's the same way with like group couples therapy. You're like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I think
So
that's why they do it. They're like, just look at this other insane couple. They're worse. Feel
the worst,
better? Good.
perfect. Therapy done.
And then
Uh,
they go to that one couple that makes everyone feel better about themselves, and they're like, you need one-on-one conversations, my friend.
exactly.
Yeah.
So no, same. I
No,
think
yeah,
that
I totally agree. I mean, meet a cute guy in a bar bathroom line. Fuck yeah. And then you get into the bathroom together. Guess what?
1 2 1 2
Make
done.
magic happen.
Perfect.
Done. Quickie.
Like a gay fairy times.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no, absolutely. That was my last one. I love this. This
I
is
love
so
this too. Our assistant, Molly, did a great
Molly.
job.
She did great. She's a
Yeah.
background producer for General Queery. Uh, just to quickly wrap up, we have received some stories so far for our last episode of Pride Month. And we are so grateful. We're still working out the kinks onto how we're going to share those stories with you guys. But we're still collecting more, so there's still time for you
Yes.
guys to share, your stories, your coming out stories. If you're a queer person that came out later in life, if there is anything about your journey that you want to
Maybe
share.
this will help people understand what we're trying to do. So the reason why we're looking for older people that came out when they were older is because the experience of a, I don't know, 18, 19 20-year-old coming out will be completely different from someone who, maybe got married once, had a straight relationship, and then they realize they can't do it anymore. And then, what happens next? What happens when you come out? And typically that happens post your 30s. So that's what we're kind of shooting for, to see how the different perspectives and situations pan out. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think in our biggest thing with this is we want to take the time to really highlight how varied and multifaceted the queer community is.
And probably encourage others to live their truth if they're still
They're
in the closet in their 40s, 50s. Like maybe you can inspire someone to come out and show them that it isn't that bad?
right, exactly. And that you can find community anywhere.
Absolutely.
And so, absolutely. So, keep sending that in the comments. You guys are awesome, especially the folks that are following us on TikTok. We got a huge, huge amount of feedback, which was great. We're so grateful. And so, we'll keep reminding y'all as we go through, because we want to really close out Pride Month with a big bang.
Yeah.
And that's with your stories. So, let us know. We'll remind you. We'll keep DMs, everything open. And until next time, this has been General
Ditto
Query.
query.
Bye,
Goodbye.
guys. Goodbye.